This is Leicester Till I Die TV. Watch and subscribe on YouTube and listen on your podcast platform.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You are watching Leicester Till I Die TV with Chris and Chums. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Pinterest. All you need for everything Leicester City FC. It's Leicester Till I Die TV.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here. Now be sure to watch Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV by subscribing on YouTube and following them on social media for all the latest Leicester City news and information. Come on you foxes!
Strap yourself in, because we're set up, switched on and ready to go.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Good evening, force of habit. I woke up at about 11:15 and I'm about to do the pre-match show and get ready for this. So this could all go tits up. It really could. Let's just think, put the telly on, get the sound down, join in with us, me and Josh. We're going to not give you the old A's passing to B's, passing to C. We're just going to be swearing and cheering and whatever happens along through the game. So it's a first for us. Thanks for joining us. Like I say, just bear with us. It could all go wrong. Lee Lockwood, going to give this a try. We're watching a stream at work, so might be slightly behind. This is going to be interesting to see how close we are. And talking of being close, good evening, Josh. Good evening again. I said it.
Good afternoon.
Josh.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Chris. How are you?
You said it before. Nervous, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I know they've Arsenal ain't put out the strongest team, but they've still got players that can hurt us. So I think they're gonna fancy it today, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean they're in the tunnel now, just getting ready to come out. Quick look at the team. We just did the pre-match show with Pete.
Yeah,
a few surprises there.
Just a bit, mate. I'm glad to see Ricardo and Castagna on that right hand side again. But like I say, other than that, I think it's the strongest we could go with, really. Injuries taken into consideration.
Yeah. I mean, no Albrighton, no Under. I'm wondering if he is coming towards the end of his time. I mean, that said, he didn't have a good game, but then who did on Thursday?
It were awful, weren't it? I think, you know what, the first 10, 15 minutes, I thought we were better start. We created a few chances, and it all seemed to come down underside, to be honest with you. So I didn't think he didn't start the game too bad, but other than that, it were pathetic, really, weren't it? We definitely got what we deserved out of that, for sure.
That's the Arsenal team. Like you say, they've dropped a few. I had an Arsenal fan on the pre-match show. He wasn't happy with the team. But, they've got a strong bench. But in fairness, maybe so have we. What do you think? I mean, the BBC have got this here as a 4-4-2. BT had it as a 4-2-3-1. It could be anything, couldn't it, really? But I think for me, it's a 4-4-2. I've got to be honest with you. But maybe within Acho, more of a 4-4-1-1.
Yeah, that's what I think, mate. I think Nacho will just drop sort of into that Maddison role, a bit more advanced than what Maddison plays for. As I can't see him, because as we know, as mad as he likes to drop deep to get on the ball as much as he can, I don't think we'll see Nacho doing that as much. I think he'll play a lot more advanced. But yeah, I agree with you, mate. I think it's 4-4-1-1. I think Nacho will just sit behind Vardy. So, and I think I can't really remember him playing this sort of role for us before. I think he might have done it once or twice when he first came to us, when we tried to sort of get him and Vardy in the same team. I think it will suit him, to be honest with you. Definitely. I like to see. It's the formation that sort of gives us where if we are to create chances, then you want him sort of lurking in the box, which is what he's good at. He's good at getting in there at the last minute, and that's mostly sort of where his goals for Man City especially, that's where they came from. So hopefully it can sort of work out for us that way. Fingers crossed.
And he's not bad at holding the ball up either, is he?
No, not at all. And I think we've pointed that out before. He's good at, like I say, he's good at holding off his man, bringing others into play. Hopefully we'll be able to see a lot more of it today, because usually when he started for us, like I say, he's probably, when Vardy's been rested, it's always sort of been him as the lone striker. So with him dropping just a little bit deeper than all out up front, he might be able to hold the ball up and then bring the wingers in a lot better than what he usually does. But yeah, he's I think that's sort of a part of his game which goes slightly unnoticed by some. But yeah, he's really good at holding the ball. He's got some strength as well, to be honest. I know people call him for going down a bit too easily, but when he wants to, he can hold it up really well.
And I mean, I was very excited when we signed him, because I thought, him and Vardy together are going to sort of really scare the defences. But it hasn't quite worked out as a two. But like I say, if you can hold that ball up, hold it off for, Vardy, coming in, who knows?
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, mate. Again, I mean, he's got his doubters and that, Joe, but I think as a squad player and somebody to come in and do a job, I think he's, as I said to you before, I think we've got one of the best backup sort of strikers in the league. For how happy he is to sort of, he sits out and he comes in when we need him. I think he's very good.
Yeah. Don't forget, guys, we are on YouTube. They just kicked off on me. I don't know if you were with me on this.
Oh, they've just kicked off now, so I'm about 4 or 5 seconds behind you.
Oh, this could be interesting. Then, if you're following my reactions, you'll know what's going on.
I think it happens. It's strange though. Yeah, it happens like that sometimes. I'm watching it. I've got the laptop on at the minute, so it's one of them.
But yeah, and to me, I want to see a good performance.
More than anything, definitely after Thursday. As I said, I mean, you look at Arsenal's lineup, and like I said, they've got players that can hurt us. But you're looking at it now, and you look at, like I say, their starting 11, and you think, well, we could really get something here. I've got us down to draw today. I think a point would be a decent result, to be honest, because Arsenal, I think the league position's a bit misleading. That they've been very inconsistent, but as I say, they've got players that can really hurt you on the day. And you look at the players they've got to come on, such as Aubameyang and Saka and stuff. So it's going to be hard today.
It is, and I worry, and I often say this, but would the real Leicester please stand up? And it's not just us; a lot of teams as well. Performances aren't consistent. We can play the way we played against Wolves and Brighton one week. Next week we play the way we play against Chelsea and Aston Villa, and it was sublime.
Yeah, definitely. I think, like you say, like you touched on as well, a lot of teams have been inconsistent this season. I think it's down to how many matches they've had to play in such a short amount of time. And everybody's getting injuries left, right, and centre. Obviously we picked up another one with Maddison going off injured. God knows. Do you know when Maddison's going to be back? Has anything been said?
I heard 2 to 3 weeks, but I'm sure if anybody's watching, and it could just be you and me by the end of this, Josh.
There's nothing to do on a Sunday, though, isn't it?
Hey, it's the closest thing to being down the pub. But I've not eaten, so I can't have anything alcoholic. But no, I think I read somewhere 2 to 3 weeks. If anybody is watching and they've got more up-to-date info, or they can check on the website, that would be absolutely great for us. But yeah, it's been one of those. I mean, I think to do what we've done this season, be where we are this season with the injuries we've had.
Yeah,
I hate this. I hate this passing it around the back.
I know, and you know what the thing is, right? As much as we all love Kagler Soyuncu, he's when he turns on the ball, he's not afraid to do Cruyff turns in his own area, as we know, and in his own third. But one day he's going to get caught out. Unfortunately, you can see it happening. I think somebody's going to cotton onto it eventually.
Well, I can't remember which game it was, but Schmeichel tried to do it, and it cost us a second goal in a game.
That were Man U last game of last season, weren't it?
Yes, it was. It was. Yeah. And I think what annoyed me as well is we were 2-0 down against Slavia Prague, 86th minute. Schmeichel and the two, left and right backs were playing passy ball at the back. For God's sake, kick the ball upfield. I know.
Even when we were 1 down, mate, we didn't really seem very urgent to try and get the ball forward. It was very, sort of. There weren't really any plan B. We weren't even crossing the ball into the box just as a hopeful, really. Especially 2-0 down. I thought, well, just lump it in the box now and see what happens. We've got nothing to lose, really. But yeah, Thursday, at the time after the game, and as I said to you, like I couldn't join you on the post-match show, sorry, but it was a good job I didn't, because I was that pissed off, and so more disappointed than anything. But it's one of them results where I soon got over it. You know what I mean? We didn't deserve anything from the game, and we literally say they were the better team. They just took the chances, and we didn't really create anything, did we? So
I think, did we say pre-match that would it be the end of the world if we got knocked out the Europa League?
You did, yeah, that's right. And I think from what I can remember, I said I'd be disappointed. I'd be disappointed, obviously. Yeah. Because I think we had the squad and the players to, especially the strength in depth, that we could have definitely handled the amount of games that comes with carrying on in Europa League throughout the season.
They're doing it again. They're doing it again. Stop passing it around the fucking back.
What minute are you on at the minute?
I'm on 5:29, 5:30.
Hey, I'm about 10 seconds behind you at the minute.
Yeah. I mean, again, final ball not going to anybody there.
Yeah.
We've got to be first to these balls. We're not, that was it against Slavia Prague. We were second to most balls. We couldn't pick out a Leicester player.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Come on, Tielemans. He's in the box. Yes!
Oh, he scored! Hang on. Oh, literally, Tielemans is on the ball now. Yeah! How well was he done there? That's amazing.
Well, he went into that space. I mean, he kept it in. He kept the ball in amazingly. He just the goalkeeper should have stopped that, should he not?
I'm just watching it back now. But he's done brilliant to win the ball there. Is it off Willian?
Yeah.
Running into the box.
What a shot. I mean, that was
cracking finish. I think
perfect.
You could say Leno could do better, but I think it's the pace that's just done him, mate. What a shot that is. Go on.
What a shot.
When you said Tielemans has got the ball, Arsenal was still passing it around at the back of my stream, and I'm thinking, hang on.
This is going to wind you up now, isn't it?
It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. As long as we're scoring goals, I'm not fussed.
I'd love to say that I won't do that again, but I can't help it. It's just a natural reaction.
I was dope. You crack on. I mean, you could sort of say that's gone against the run of play a bit. I know Arsenal hadn't created anything, but they were seeing a lot of the ball, so it's going to bring them out a lot more, and it plays into our hands a bit really as well. Hey, oh my God, well done, Castagna. But yeah, what a
there I'd have been effing and blinding.
Yeah, what a finish that was. Tielemans have done unbelievable there, absolutely unbelievable. It's sort of you're sort of looking at it thinking in that sort of area he's one to usually pass, but he's done fantastic there. What a goal.
I'm just updating the website, so talk amongst yourselves for a moment, as they say.
But yeah, we were going. I mean, I think against these, it's vital we've got that early goal, because the longer the game goes on, if you're drawing 0-0 or, like I say, you look at the players they've got to bring on, it'd be nice to get another one in the first half would be lovely, because then they've got no choice but to bring, Aubameyang on and such. Yeah. But it's getting the first goal in this game is it's massive, really. And what a finish it was as well.
Oh, he took it well. He took it well. I tell you the thing I've noticed with Tielemans, he's gone about his job very quietly this season. And, I suppose when he's the most expensive player we've ever bought, and you kind of expect Messi-like performances when I say Messi, I mean as in Lionel Messi, not Messi as in pooing on the pitch. But you expect what's the word I'm looking for? You expect those sort of performances off him every time, but he just quietly goes about his job.
He does, and I've noticed a lot more this season as well. He's doing a lot more of the dirty work as well. Like he's winning the ball a lot more from deep. He's bringing the ball out as well from the back a lot more than what I think. Well, from what we saw of him when he first came to us, I think sort of when he first joined us, and obviously he was getting a lot of assists, and he grabbed a few goals for us. I think, like you say, people were sort of expecting that sort of thing from him all the time. But no, I totally agree with you, mate. For me, he's been sort of an unsung hero for us this season.
They're showing it again now. Oh,
but yeah, he
had no options, to be honest with you. Looking at that, Vardy was in the box, but he's got three defenders between Tielemans and Vardy.
He's done really well to get in front of Willian there as well. He anticipated the pass more so than Willian did. But great finish. Look, I mean, looking back at that, mate, I know we question whether Leno could have done better, but no, the pace just absolutely beat him there. What a finish!
We've got Simpy here. Good evening. Good evening. I'm going to be saying that. Look, it's evening. All right, let's just say I'm in a different time zone. Good afternoon, Simpy. He's an Arsenal fan, and he did the opposition view for me on the website, www.leicestertillidie.com. Excuse me. He's saying we are losing already. You are, unfortunately. Simpy, do you think Leno could have done better on that? Or are we being a bit unfair there? And I think Josh has frozen on me.
I thought you were talking to Simpy then, sorry.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you didn't move. I thought you literally looked like you'd frozen. Simpy, yeah, let's come back, Simpy. Let us know if we're being unfair. Now, I'm not liking this because somebody's just posted in. I don't know how far ahead of us they are. It looks
Did they say what all?
To be some bad news come up.
What minute are you on at the minute?
I'm on 11:55.
Yeah.
Penalty. Yeah, it's a penalty.
Is it?
Yeah. Tillemans it is.
Is it? Oh, God. Scott. Yeah, indeed, he's just gave the ball away, Lacazette. Yeah, penalty all day long, mate.
Well, somebody just said no contact there. I don't know that they're... Ooh.
Hey, I'm just looking at the other replay here. You can't, that angle that I've just seen, you can't see anything. Indeed, in Lacazette are both obstructing the camera there, but I don't know.
It was out. It looked like it was on. It looked like it was on the, possibly outside the box.
The thing is, you dangle your leg in there, and you always run the risk of going like giving away a penalty, don't you?
Did he get? No, he didn't get the ball, did he? No.
I don't. You know what? I don't think he's actually touched him there. You know.
No.
Yeah, you know, I'm going to sound biased, but it looks like he genuinely hasn't touched him.
Well, the guy there just said no contact.
Yeah, he's dived there.
Well, I'm not going to say anything because there's a few guys that are watching here that are ahead of us. But thank you, guys. Can I just say,
he's dived. I'm not looking at you, Chris. So I can't see your reaction. He's dived there. Tielemans hasn't touched him, and it don't look like indeed he's touched him either. It's on the line, is it? Or is it outside the box? It's quite similar to the Harvey Barnes one against Liverpool.
No penalty.
He's not getting it?
No.
Was he get the free kick or dive?
Free kick outside the box.
Is it? Bloody hell. Again, it's...
Jamie, I'm going to say, Jamie, are you actually at the match? Because you must be about 5 minutes ahead of the rest of us.
I know, I think, you know what? I think it's...
penalty area by Indeed.
I think it's because we're watching on laptops. We think we must be behind like if you watch your BT on your telly, we must be behind that. Do you know what I mean? Because it always lags a little bit, but it looks like he's. I mean, he's lucky to get a fucking foul there because I genuinely don't think it was a foul.
Well, in all honesty, no contact. I'm actually going to come off the comments at the moment because the comments are actually about a couple of minutes ahead of me. So. Can I just say that was one of these moments for a while?
Just a bit, yeah. I mean, it's very, very similar to Harvey Barnes against Liverpool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It will literally mean whether it looked right on the line for me. I mean, I didn't think it was a foul, but well, I mean,
we criticise VAR when it goes against us, don't we?
It swings and roundabouts, mate. I've said that to you before. 1 week it's going to go for you, 1 week it's going to go against you, and luckily there it's gone for us. But
let's be honest with you. Match of the day tonight, we'll be discussing that. If we didn't have VAR, match of the day would be discussing whether the referee had got it right or not. We just transferred all our hatred towards the refs and how bad the refs are to VAR now. VAR, and I know this is for another show because it's a show on its own. But if they use VAR for, questionable decisions, great. But they're not, are they?
With the VAR, mate, I mean, apart from offside goals, which it does 9 times out of 10 it does work for. There's been questionable decisions regarding offside. You could be offside by a fingernail nowadays. I think there should be when they used to do like the clear daylight rule. If you've got clear daylight, then you're offside. But again, VAR is just down to a different matter of opinion. Really, it's somewhat what one person could give it, and then the next ref could be like, well, no, for me that's not a foul, and then it doesn't get given. So it's very relative, to be honest. It's not as cut and dry as what I think the Premier League thought it'd be. No. And sometimes it seems like they look to rule out goals for literally anything they can.
Yes, yeah. I mean, we're talking about armpit hair offsides, aren't we, and things like that.
Yeah.
It's getting. I mean, with tennis, when they use that one, it's in, it's out, and that's all they need. Football
Yeah.
is a very complicated game to use it. Oof.
It is. It is.
They've got a lot more possession than we have.
Yeah, I've just seen that. It is, because I think you can sort of, we like you say, with tennis, cricket, rugby union, you can sort of get away with using it because it's a lot more slower pace. There's a lot more stoppages in play. Whereas football, it's unless obviously they well done. Unless obviously it goes out.
I know what you're talking about.
I know, yeah. Unless obviously the ball goes out of play or the.
You see it again there, and you'll see it come up in a second. Nothing exciting, but we're pissing about with it at the back, and we end up kicking it out.
Yeah, it's like you said. I mean, going back to what you said about the Slavia Prague game, mate. It's Thursday. I thought the passing was absolutely shocking, and I don't like to slag him off because I'll really rate him. And I think he's just gone out of play there. He's been fantastic for us. But Soyuncu on Thursday night was awful. I really didn't think he had a good game. But then, like you say, who did have a good game on Thursday? Nobody did they? So
no. I honestly still think as well. You look at the table, and let's just let me just bring this up here. Man City in Europe, Man United in Europe, Chelsea in Europe, Liverpool in Europe. There's only West Ham in that top 6 that haven't got Europe to worry about.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I said the other week. I think even Spurs obviously ain't in the top 6 at the minute, but I think they're sort of throwing all their eggs into the Europa League basket. I think Arsenal, judging from their starting lineup today, I think they're sort of looking at that as if it's the only way for them to sort of get in the Champions League this season. I was annoyed we went out on Thursday, but I was more annoyed that we didn't actually play. We didn't play well. We didn't perform well. But I mean, looking back at it now, like I say, the next day I sort of I did get over it quite quickly. And if it's gonna stand us in decent stead for the league, for our league form, then maybe it's for the best.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't know if it was yourself I said to or Peter earlier. 15-16, one thing I think that definitely did help us was the fact that we didn't have Europe to contend with. Oh, Vardy.
Yeah. Exactly, mate. Yeah, exactly. It's and I mean, when we lose, I'm probably the most pissed off lad you'll ever come across. But I think we obviously need to go on, Nacho. Good ball. I think we need to cut the players a lot of slack.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Let's see the next one after the one you've just seen, mate.
See, we look like, I mean, to be fair, I mean, like Arsenal have seen a lot of the ball here, but we look like when we got the ball, we want to get it up, we want to sort of get it forward as quick as we can, which is obviously good because this plays right into our hands, obviously, as being one who looks they're going to have to come on to us.
I mean, I remember that Arsenal game earlier in the season. I mean, yeah, no, yeah.
What I'm going to do is, I think after half time, I'm going to go and put it on the computer because hopefully I might actually be sort of more close to you at the minute.
I am on 21:32.
Oh, I've gone down to about 21:10 at the minute.
You are, yeah. I can get. It looked like you've gone further behind,
Yeah.
Thoughts on the penalty? You've gone quiet, mate. You've gone quiet, Simpy, if you're still watching.
I mean, like I said, mate, I'm as honest as they come with Leicester, and it may sound like I was really biased with the penalty incident, but I genuinely don't even think it was a foul. I thought he dived. It didn't look like there were any contact. Whether indeed he's clipped him, you couldn't really make that out. But Yuri definitely didn't touch him. He looks like he's took a dive.
Yes, it was the actual coverage was difficult to see because there was bloody players in the way, wasn't there?
Yeah,
that was just showing the replay. It was Harvey Barnes' shot, and it was a shot.
It was. It looked like he put some power behind it.
He did, and the guy said Leno was lucky where it rebounded off him to.
Yeah, definitely.
Can I just say, this shirt, by the way, 21 odd years ago today, we won the League Cup in it. We beat
Fox Leisure, yeah.
2-1.
That was one of my first ever Leicester City shirts. That was. I had the original, the old Walkers logo one, and then I had that. I think with that shirt, I had Is it on the back, number 6.
I'd like to say I'm impressed that after all these years it still fits me, but it actually doesn't. I actually ordered it from a retro site the other week.
I do. You know what? I do. I prefer the retro shirts to the newer shirts, to be honest. I think, like you say, you go on to the Leicester site and stuff. Go in the fan store, and the retro range is really good. I just wish they brought all the ones out as well.
Yeah. Well, I got this, and I also got the one. The season before from a 3 retro, and then Leicester City go on and they've got the green and blue away kit from years ago on now, which is probably my all-time favourite shirt, Leicester shirt, away shirt.
Yeah, I seen them advertise that the other day.
I absolutely love it, and I was literally looking for it when I was buying these. That's what I was looking for, and didn't get out there. I'm spending a fortune at the moment on Leicester shirts. I need to rein myself in.
What do you think to this season's shirt?
I prefer a shirt with the collar, to be honest with you. That said, the free kick to Arsenal, the white one, and I bought all 3. I've got because I'm doing this show now. I bought all 3. The white one is awful. The white one is just like I put it on, and it's like I've got something from the pound shop.
Really?
Yeah. Love the purple.
Yeah.
The blue, it's blue. We never really do much.
That's it. I think it sounds daft. I quite like the sleeves on this year's Will Out Casper. I quite like the sleeves on it, but other than that, it's I think because I put on so much weight during lockdown, it's very fitting. Put it that way. I think I meant to say you've gone from Peter, who looks like he should be in a boy band on your shows, to me, it looks like he needs a gastric band. You know what I mean?
I'm the sumo wrestler an Arsenal attack there, and it was good defending. Good defending.
Yeah, just seen it. Yeah, Johnny Evans has done what? Is it Johnny Evans? Was it Johnny Evans there?
I think it might have been. I'm going to say.
It looked like they were appealing for handball there, one of them.
Yeah, they can appeal. Stefan, good evening, Stefan. Welcome along. Obviously, he's really, really bored as a Villa fan. And let's be honest with you, I'd be bored if I was a Villa fan. So he's come on to watch the Leicester-Arsenal game.
Good afternoon, mate. They had a good result last night.
Yeah. Lachlan, well done, mate. Well done. Thanks for joining us all the way from Australia. Leicester, reckon I spent close to £150 on shipping alone for all the shirts I bought from the LCFC store. I tell you what, mate, it's a company. Let me just. And actually, I ordered it through Amazon because of I get free delivery, but it's 3 Retro, they're called. and 35 quid a shirt. And to be honest with you, I opened it and I'm thinking, like, oh God, I hate buying clothes really online because I am fat, but they are good quality. They are really good quality. I was surprised. They're as good as the store. They're as good as the store quality. 3 retro, but say Amazon. I got Amazon Prime. But anyway, thanks for joining us, Lachlan. Hope you're enjoying the game. Did Villa play last? Yeah, what did Villa do? They won, didn't they? 1-0 against Leeds.
Yeah, beat Leeds 1-0. Yeah. See, I think even like the Villa result from last week, that's sort of going a bit more understated than what it should be because they're having a cracking season, isn't they, as well? So
yeah. In fairness to them, Villa are having a good season.
Very good season. They've got some really good players as well.
Leicester-esque, you might say, having just survived relegation and having a good season this season, but we do need a second goal.
I think they'll. I mean, they played quite well last night. I know, just like I say, they won 1-0, but they played a lot better without Grealish than what they did against us.
I mean, I think they're. Oh, come on! Talk about, you touch a player these days and they go down.
What minute are you on now?
28:33.
They are. Yeah, I'm literally about 5 seconds behind you now. I've just refreshed my BT.
I mean, he just. I don't know. I just think players go down easier these days than a whore on overtime.
It's just, you know what it is. It's just the game's just obviously completely changed over the years. I remember. I mean, my early memories of being a Leicester fan is obviously when we had like Steve Walsh, Jerry Taggart, Matt Elliott. Proper like the tackles you could get away with then. I mean, nowadays you're looking at red card offences. It's mental, really. But obviously, it's a lot more I suppose it's classed as a lot more technical nowadays, isn't it? But
yeah, I tell you what made me laugh, and I mean, I go back further than you. I'm the Lineker, as you know. I went to school with Lineker. I'm the Lineker age, and one of the guys that comes on for us on the preview show when you can do it is Steve Lynix. So, he was kind of with us in sort of the 80s, 81 to 87, and the Jock Wallace years, if you like. And, he makes this point. He actually called today's players snowflakes. He said you've only got to look at them and they go down.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a big side of the game now. If you can draw a foul, I guess it's sort of used as a tactic more than anything nowadays. Like you say, when we were talking about Grealish a minute ago, he's brilliant at it. He's good at nicking the ball away at the last minute and drawing the fouls. And if you 1-0 up and it can slow the game down for you, then I shouldn't. Why shouldn't you be able to do that? But it's annoying when it keeps going against you anyway.
Oh, Evans is down.
Not another injury, surely.
Yeah. No, I think he's holding his head, which is why they've stopped the game. Would you say it all changed with the arrival of all the foreign players?
Maybe. Obviously the Premier League nowadays, it's the majority of players that we've got in the league. Oh, he's took a dive there, really, Johnny Evans there. It looks like.
It wasn't his head. It wasn't his head. It went nowhere near his head.
No, it weren't, was it?
No.
He's been a bit naughty there.
No, he was holding his neck, in fairness, like that, so you could, back
whether he's jolted it or...
I think what we were just talking about there was the... I think he got one off the roof there.
I think, like, going back to your point, mate. I think you know, as we know, the majority of the players in the Premier League now they've come from you know, Europe, foreign football as such. So, and as we've seen, especially as we've seen in the first leg against Slavia the other week, what's classed as a foul in Europe in certain European leagues, you'd get away with in England. So there's a lot more to it, definitely. And I think obviously it plays a big part into making the referees mind up for them, because you see some fouls sometimes you think you genuinely can't believe the referees gave it, but like I say, it's just a sign of the times with football nowadays, I guess.
It's different to when I was a lad than all. It's different to when I was a lad.
Yeah, they're seeing a lot of the ball at the minute, isn't they?
They have done most of the game, to be honest with you.
Yeah. See, final third pass, they've got 53. Bloody hell.
Oh, good one, Casper.
Lacazette. I think I fell even further behind from you now. Well done, Casper. Bloody hell. That's what, you know what? It's things like that though as well. Where I mean, I've never knocked Casper, because for me, for me in my lifetime supporting Leicester, he's been the greatest goalkeeper I've seen play for us. Obviously, they're not taking into account Gordon Banks on that, because that's before my time. But I don't know, but it's got worse over the last couple of seasons. He just does not like coming out for crosses, so it's surprising that he's come out for that one. You hear it a lot more, you know. Obviously now there's no crowds in there. You can hear a lot more what the players say on the pitch, and nearly every single game, every corner we concede, it's like edit out, and it's just like you think, well, that sort of goes without saying. But sometimes I'd like to see him take more command of his penalty area, if you know what I mean, and just take the risk. Because as a goalkeeper, you get knocked, and you know 9 times out of 10 you're going to get the foul, because that's the benefit of the doubt that you get, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. It's hard to criticise Casper. I know what you mean. I mean, his distribution just has never improved for me. He's as more as likely to kick the ball out as he is to get it down the centre. But he can produce worldies every now and again and keeps us in the game.
Oh yeah, he's definitely saved us. He's saved us a lot. Excuse me. He's definitely saved us a lot more points than he's ever cost us. Put it that way. And he makes a mistake, and like I say, he's been here for what? It'll be 10 years this summer, won't it? So you can forgive him you could forgive him the mistake, because there's times where there's some of the saves he's pulled off, and you think, how's he managed that? So, but I don't like criticising any Leicester players, even if they are crap, to be honest. But so sometimes it's especially like say after Thursday, I think I will criticise nearly every single one of them.
Yeah. Inacho's just had a long shot, Barnes-esque.
Right.
Not really seen much of Inacho, to be honest with you.
No, not really. Yeah, he's just had a shot now. No, yeah, not really. He's been a bit quiet, but like I say, it looks like when we've got the ball, we're just sort of looking to get forward as quick as we can. So it seems like he's just being a bit bypassed at the minute. No fault of his own at all. It looks like we're looking to hit the wings more than anything, but. It's another free kick to them now.
I wouldn't like to go up against him, shall I tell you?
I know, he comes across as a bit of a nutcase, doesn't it?
What do you think of the game so far?
They've had a lot of the ball. They've not really they've not threatened. They've created a few chances, but I don't think none that's really, apart from obviously the penalty incident, but you can't really class that as a chance, I guess. They've not really had anything to sort of like a chance where you think, do you know what I mean? I think it could still go either way, to be honest. Obviously, you look at how we're playing, we're just looking to hit them on the counter now. Looks like we're sitting a bit deep, try and see it out as long as we can, and then maybe the last 10 minutes do what we did against Liverpool, or try to. But it can stay, it can stay 1-0 for me, and I'll be more than happy with that.
I think it just shows that, if Brendan wins this, having changed formation and everything, I think it'd be a case of like, I just give up. I just don't know football at all,
Yeah. Looking back now, do you think, because there's been murmurs that maybe, not that we were happy to go out of Europe, but the starting 11 sort of suggested that we weren't really bothered if we did. Do you think that were the case, or do you think he put them players out thinking, well, that would be good enough to do the job, when obviously, looking back, it wasn't?
You take a gamble as a manager. For me, you always put your strongest team out first, get the lead, and then take them off. Because I'm sure he had half an eye on this game, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And I think he's almost admitted. I think that was his thinking. Or Thomas has got a booking. And the thing is, would we have won the Europa League at the end of the day? It's a cup competition. There was no guarantee we were going to win it. Would you wanted to have stayed in the Europa League, maybe got through to the semis, but finished 6th or 7th because of injuries and tiredness? Or would you sooner finish 2nd or 3rd, get in the Champions League, and have gone out the Europa League, sorry?
For me personally, I'd definitely concentrate on the Premier League, because that's your bread and butter, isn't it? As I said, it's disappointing to have gone out. I want to. I mean, like I said, I got over it pretty quick, but I got over it pretty quick. But it sort of is what it is. Oh God. I'm just waiting for it now. A good header, that is, to be fair. Very good header. It's a zonal marking, though, mate, isn't it? It's a zonal marking.
Who was picking him up?
That's the thing. Like I said to you the other week, we saw a play zonal marking inside the 6-yard box, and then outside it's obviously man marking, but it's just confusing. I've never liked zonal marking ever.
No, I haven't.
You know what? It's Castagne's man. Yeah, he's just got away from him.
His first goal since like 2018. They just said.
Well, there you go. We're used to stuff like that, aren't we? Remember last season with the Bournemouth nightmare away, and their Solanke hadn't scored all season, and then he goes and scores 2. It's one of them.
I know. It's always going to happen when it's Leicester, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a cracking header. That is. Casper's got no chance with that, but he's just peeled away from his man, and you say Castagne's got to do better. It looked like Xhaka was sort of maybe blocking him off a little bit, but it is what it is. It's a cracking header, that is, to be fair.
Yeah, you can't. You could almost see it coming, couldn't you?
Yeah, the possession-wise, we've not, as I say, we just look like we're trying to hit them on the counter. Possession-wise, they're keeping the ball really well. Aside from the header, they ain't really threatened us that much, but it just gives them more of an emphasis on the game now, don't it? I think we need to. I can't see where you'd change it, to be honest. Even if you wanted to change it, but I'd like to see us control the ball a bit better and have a bit more possession. Definitely. So it looks like they're pressing quite well, to be honest, and we're quite happy just to let them have the ball at the back and knock it around. So we'll see how it goes. If we get to half time with just 1-1 at the minute, I think I think we'd do well, to be honest.
Yeah, Facebook user there. Zonal marking doesn't work. Yeah, it certainly
doesn't. It doesn't. And unless you're really well drilled in it, and you know exactly what you're doing. The thing is with zonal marking, you could be in your zone. A player like David Luiz could come up against you, who's what, 6 foot something, and you've got, I don't know, say if someone like Harvey Barnes is just under 6 foot or whatever. How's he gonna? 9 times out of 10, he's gonna lose every single header. That's where zonal marking. I just don't like it. I've never liked it ever, and it just never seems to work.
No, but that is disappointing.
It is disappointing. But as I say, I mean, we've not played bad. But other than that, we've had a few pot shots on goal, but we've not. I don't know. I mean, the way the game's going now, I'd definitely take a point. Definitely.
We said that at the start, didn't you? In fairness.
Yeah.
But
and it's disappointing.
These are the games, though. I know what you're saying, but what a rubbish ball again. These are the games we should be winning. Oh, we just can't. That final ball, it's our final ball all the time that's letting us down.
Yeah. They're pressing really well. They're giving us no time on the ball.
No.
And we just look like we're panicking. Just panicking with it. Because obviously we're not really used to teams pressing us as much anymore. As obviously we like to say, Brendan likes to play a bit more possession type football, and we ain't got the time to do it this game. Definitely not.
Oh.
You just don't say that again, mate.
Indeed, he had his hands up in the box. Oh.
This could turn into a bit of a nightmare, couldn't it? Oh, God, that's how ball that is.
They're looking at it.
He's going to give it. It's an unnatural position, isn't it? Why he's got? I don't know. I don't know why he's done that.
Well, it's on the line, though. It's on the line. This is all going to, isn't it?
Just a bit, yeah. I mean, is his hand? I know he looks like he's on the line.
There we go.
But his hand's inside the area.
Penalty.
Yeah, it's definite penalty. Definitely, you can't argue about that. If that had gone, if we'd have had the shot and it'd have hit one of their defenders' hands like that, you'd be fuming if it weren't given. So it's stupid. I don't know why he's got his hand up like that. It's definite penalty. What do you say? It's all gone. It's gone to shit, isn't it?
It has.
It's ridiculous. It's so stupid there. I don't know why he's done that.
You don't know, do you? You just don't.
It's the most blatant handball you're likely to see for a long time. But it's going to pot, isn't it?
It's honestly. Jesus Christ.
I take it he's took it for you. So, well, we need to up it second half because it's.
Oh, look who's back!
Good penalty, great penalty. It's a stupid time to do it as well, just before half time as well.
I just think, like, it's as a Premier League player, are you a defender? Are you not taught to keep your arms down?
It's just naivety because the thing is, like we said with VAR, you're not going to get away with anything like that nowadays.
No.
Are you? You know full well it's going to be brought back. So, I mean, oh God, I love Wilfin. He's one of more of our most vital players. But I don't know why he looked puzzled about it. You know, it's such a blatant handball.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Like I say, the timing couldn't be worse either. I think
no.
We need to say change it up, but you know, what do you do?
I'm deflated.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, they're pressing and they're attacking at the minute. They look like they're just giving us no time on the ball at all at the back. We're not really pressing that much. I mean, it looks like we've got no choice now. We've got to try and take the game by the scruff of the neck, haven't we? But it's just such a shit way to end the half there. Really, really poor.
No shit, Stefan. just slightly, you know.
See what the good thing is, I thought this earlier. The good thing is about having such a late kickoff on a Sunday. It can't. If we lose, it can't ruin your whole weekend, can it? You know what I
mean? Stephen, it's Sparta Prague all over again. Where is the motivation and desire? Guys, I tell you what, I've got to just nip for 2 minutes and do the website. So I'm going to leave you in the capable hands to talk through this with you with Josh. I'll be back in a second, Josh.
Sound, mate, no worries. Yeah, just it's looking so good, and then like we all said, the zonal marking thing is so annoying, and I think that's why we've probably conceded a lot of goals from set pieces this season. Because if your man runs off, you're assuming that he's going into another zone, and that's somebody else's problem then. Whereas if you man marking, it goes without saying, if it's your man that scores, it's your fault. But with the zonal marking sort of thing, it's nobody really knows what they're doing. If you've got 3 players in your zone, well, he's in your zone there, so that's your fault, and it shouldn't be like that, really. It's just, to be honest, I thought we were lucky to be 1-0 up. The goal were against the run of play. I know it came inside 6, 7, or 8 minutes or so, but since then, I mean, Arsenal's pressing's just been, they've suffocated us. We can't knock the ball about at all. We've not kept the ball for long enough. The chances we've had since then have just been pot shots. I know Barnes had one which could have ricocheted to Vardy, but other than that, again, we're just sort of getting what we deserve. I think we've come up against Arsenal today with the pressing and that, and the games that we've had recently where we've been allowed time on the ball and time to build out from the back. We just need to scrap that for this game because Arsenal are just not allowing us to do it at all. Disappointing. Really disappointing. Performance-wise, I would say it's not been good enough, but we've not kept the ball long enough to really build anything more meaningful. Just shit, absolute shit. Thing is, where do you change it? I mean, I know Chris said earlier that Nacho's not been in the game, but we seem to be just completely bypassing him every single time. It's just at the minute long ball, route one, all the time. Vardy's not getting in behind. We've not seen much of Barnes really at all. But having said that, again, if you ain't got the ball, then going to bring your attacking players into play, are you? I said at the start of the show, we're happy with a draw, but unless we switch it up within 10-15 minutes of the second half kicking off, we could be on the end of a bit of a drubbing here, to be honest, unfortunately.
Couple of comments here. Stephen agreed with you there. Arsenal will see this game beyond 2-1. We look absolutely rubbish. No point in the game. We don't look dangerous. Well, I'll let you guys read the rest of that. Josh, somebody said they were worried this might happen. We're going back to Wickham, if you like. I don't know if you remember Wickham.
Yeah.
Is this? Are we seeing a repeat of last year?
I think had today been a game against, say, lesser opposition, no disrespect to anybody in the rest of the Premier League, I'd say maybe yes. I'd be more worried about how we're playing. But as I said, Arsenal can turn it on against anybody, really. They are today, and they're just literally, like I say, they're just suffocating us. We've got no time on the ball at all. We can't build anything because we're just not used to teams pressing us as much as what Arsenal have done today. I don't really know how you change it, to be honest.
I'm worried I'm going to ask this. Brad, good evening. Oh, I'm blocking you out there, Brad. Sorry, let me just take that off.
What I'm going to do is, Chris, just a quick one. I'm just going to nip the toilet and have a smoke outside, and then I'll come back, all right?
What are you smoking? I might be able to do with some of that.
No, it's nothing like that.
See you in a bit, mate.
I'm back in.
Brad, you've just messaged me on Facebook. Feelings? How are you feeling?
Annoyed.
Pissed off?
Yeah. Just long and short of it, mate. Thomas has really shown his naivety today, and he's been beat about 3 or 4 times by Pepe. He's been skinned alive by Pepe on that left-hand side. He was warned by the referee. He gave away another silly foul, and it cost us. It cost us again. That's the first, we just... there were some players on there that we all talked about that we'd miss, like Vardy, Maddison, Tielemans, if they got injured. How would we do without Ricardo at the start of the season? I never thought, and this is no disrespect to the lad, because we didn't think he'd have such a terrific season he had until his injury, but I never thought the most worrying position on that pitch would be left back. Because as much as them two can link up and play well, Harvey Barnes in the attacking sense, he's so naive at the back. He's made so many niggly, naive fouls, and I said they're going to cost us. And now I'm feeling, if he doesn't take him off and put Castagne on the left, he's going to get a red card. He's a walking red card. This is just, it's just been poor since we scored, really. We've been poor, which is not.
Maitland says there the next 5 fixtures are winnable. If they go wrong, we could be looking at a repeat of last season. We had, to me, I said we needed a performance following Thursday. Are we getting that performance?
We are in bits and pieces, and one thing that you probably don't see enough of is when the goalkeeper's got the sun in his eyes, is his players having a shot. And to be honest with you, for half a second when Barnes hit his shot, I thought he was going to rip the top corner open with the power he got behind it. But we haven't threatened enough. And unfortunately, when you don't threaten enough and your efforts are all around, you're just not going to do anything. You're not going to get enough chances. We've had 3 chances of note with the sun in the goalkeeper's eyes. I know he's a quality keeper. I'm not saying it's going to be easy to score it, but you catch him off guard. You score a few goals that maybe the blindsided, the lights in his eyes, he can't see it. I only have 3 chances. Arsenal are going to have 4 or 5 at Casper in this half. If we're not careful, this is going to be embarrassing. If we're not careful this half,
they're just showing the Tielemans goal again. It was a good start, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great start. It was a fantastic start. We looked up for it, was going for it, put everything wrong. We knew where Arsenal are capable of making mistakes. They're always a bit lacklustre at the back. They've been edgy at the back as well. We've had our chances to nick the ball off them. We've got a bit lucky at times. So We could still go down that route. We'll be all right. But we tried. It's almost like once we got the lead, we thought, wait, we've actually got it early instead of the 80th minute. Right, now let's sit back for the 80 minutes. And fool them once, shame on you. Fool you twice, shame on me, sort of thing. Well, you're not fooling Arsenal a second time into sitting back with 26% possession, or probably even less than that, and sneaking out 1-0 win.
I mean,
Penalty.
Like I say, VAR's played a big point. We loved it 1 minute, we hated it the next. Indeed, you can't be doing that, can you?
No, and unfortunately, it's something that he's got away with not being brought up too much, but he's been a walking handball for a while. He does like to throw his arm in the air, and I'm not blaming him. One of the best players in our team, if not the best. Most people would probably say he's been our best player this season, especially now Justin's not going to play this season. I'm not going to go through it. People do it. We've seen penalties. He's not the only person that does it. It's just frustrating when you're 1-1, you're so close to half time, and he's probably gone in that dressing room looking up and says, was there a need? Was there a need? And the answer was no, not really, because if the ball's hitting his arm where it's hitting his arm, then it's going to hit one of the signs behind the goal or on top of the stadium. But it's what happens when you're going against you and you're making silly mistakes and you're putting pressure on yourself. You concede goals, and Arsenal are rightly in this 2-1 up at half time.
I mean, yeah, looking at it, they deserve it. And, you know, we've had an Arsenal fan on here earlier, Luca, and he was saying, you know, he was worried because of the team that they'd put out. And if this isn't, you know, a strong team for Arsenal and they're still beating us, what does that, you know, hold for Leicester and the rest of the season?
Well, look, and we knew this was coming. We knew if a bad run came together or a bad result or a shock result like Thursday night happens, and then we come up against an Arsenal team when we find ourselves in this position where we're losing at half-time or we go on to lose the game, the fans and the players are going to have it in their mind of, oh, God, no, please, we can't let last season happen again. And again, it might be in the minds, and I think this might be the first time you hear of the air dryer treatment from Rodgers at half-time, because it was just not brilliant. As soon as we scored, happy days, I was nodding my head. I thought, hey, this is going to be it. If we can get on top of these, get a few shots, like Barnes had at the goalkeeper, he might spill one. It might sneak in the bottom corner. Happy days. We'll get this 2-0. We'll see. We'll go on and win this game comfortably. And when we kind of just sort of went, here, Arsenal, you see that? You see how you like to control 70% of the ball? Well, we're 1-0 up. Off you go. We can do this for another 80 minutes like we did at the Emirates. And guess what? 2-1 down. No,
we're going to welcome Josh back in. And
hey, Tyson, how you doing, mate?
Howie, I've been hearing what you've been saying about me, Brad. I'm not very happy.
I'll fight you, one hand tied behind my back, and I millions of subscribers.
When that happens, we'll do a live stream.
Yeah. And my theme music's going to be Benny Hill, because it'll be him chasing me around the ring. That's all it'll be.
I have a feeling it's going to be Tyson Fury versus one of the Crankies. It wasn't the
Crankies.
I'll dye all my hair brown and I'll be like Wile E. Coyote running away from Roadrunner.
Very quickly, guys, before the second half starts, one word, Brad. Can we still get something from this? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Josh.
Yes.
I'm going to say, okay, let me ask this another way then. We've said we'll get something from it. I'll come to Josh first. One word again. Can we win it?
Yes.
No. Brad?
No.
I'm with Brad here. And I think Josh at the start said, you know, he would take a draw. And as things, and I wouldn't, but I think stand at the moment, and I'm sorry, I'm being distracted by a McDonald's advert on the side here. I am starving. I'm not eating today yet. I would take a draw now. I would take a draw. But anyway, Josh, we'll see you post-match, mate. Hopefully, we might be in a little bit better mood than we are now. But I'll see you in the post-match show, Brad. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll see you in the post-match, mate. Enjoy your watch-along, and hopefully the Foxes don't go and concede another 2, because that's where my heart's at right now after seeing that second half, I'll be honest with you. But I'm hoping for a draw. See you later, Tyson. The old doctor. See you later.
See you later, mate. It's all right, Brad. Bye, pal.
Oh yeah, I couldn't think of the wee Jimmy cranky, wasn't it? That was the cranky I was thinking.
Yeah. The thing is, just going back to the game, we're going to be wide open now as well.
Do we have to go back to the game?
We're going to be wide open now as well, and the players they've got that can come on or come off the bench, it's scary really with the pace they've got. So I don't know.
Could this end up 3 or 4-1?
It could do, but you know what? We just got to have more of a go now. To be honest, we're 2-1 down. I'd sooner lose. It sounds daft, but I'd sooner lose 3 or 4-1 and just really have a go and create more chances than play as we are and sort of lose 2-1, as daft as it sounds. Because again, the performance just ain't there at the minute. For the first 10 minutes, you could say it was, but since then, since we've scored, really, as I say, we've had a couple of chances. Well, a couple of shots on goal, but it's just been uninspiring again, really.
This is the worrying thing. It is the performance, like you say. Don't mind, I do mind losing. I can stomach losing if we put a performance up.
Yeah, exactly. You can, as long as you can sort of come off after watching the game, you think, you know what, everybody put a massive shift in. Our passing was on point. We did all we could. We just lost against a better team, but we're playing into Arsenal's hands, really. They've shown for the last 20 odd years, possession-wise, on the ball, you give them the ball and they'll punish you, like they have today, unfortunately, so far.
Well, whoever it is, Facebook user there, you've got your wish, because Thomas is coming off. Lachlan, he's in Australia, Josh, and he's getting these things quicker than you are. What's going on? So, Thomas off for Albrighton. Good move?
Again, I think they look like they were targeting the right-hand side more than anything. So, it looks like here that Ricardo's gone left back, is it? I didn't think Thomas were having a great game, but again, they did look like they were doubling up on him every time, and they looked like they were attacking down that right hand side a lot more. So it's maybe it's the right call.
Well, Brighton's gone on the left. Castagna was on the right from the start, I think, wasn't he?
Of course it was, because Ricardo were right wing, weren't he?
Yeah. So I think Albrighton's and I do get worried by Albrighton, because I think he's got a penalty in him sometimes as well.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, it's who was it? Newport game where he gave away the handball. That always springs to mind a bit.
Facebook user, see you boys post match. Don't know who that is. Is that you, Brad? Thanks to Brad for joining us at half time. Just gave us a different perspective on things. It was. Just looking at the half time, and I know Brad doesn't like me quoting stats at him. Arsenal 67% possession, 5 shots, but only 2 on target. We had 3 shots, 3 on target. But we gave 7 fouls away. Arsenal haven't given a foul away yet.
Because I think it just shows that we're that desperate to sort of get the ball back. We are just giving away stupid fouls. And as I say, you know, I sort of play the way Brendan likes to play is possession-based football, and maybe, you know, it appears today that the players are sort of thinking, well, hang on, we're used to seeing a lot more of the ball than what we are, and we're just sort of panicking, really.
We need to get Vardy involved more, surely, don't we?
Yeah, I think since he's come back from injury, mate, I don't really think he's and it's through no fault of his own, really, but I don't really think we've not played to his strengths as much. He still looks a bit rusty to me. But I think we're going to have no choice really now other than to lump the ball up to him and hope he can get in behind, really, because our build-up play ain't been great today.
Sorry, I've just
God, who's down now?
Again. Who's down injured?
Oh, way up. Barnes has pulled up. Barnes, sake.
Oh, Jesus. I hope you're not breaking lockdown. I've got a crowd there.
It's my daughter. They're going out for a walk in a minute though, so I might be able to get on the computer and watch. Hopefully, I won't be that far behind you then.
What's her name?
Sorry?
What's her name?
Nora.
Hello, Laura.
Nora with an N.
Nora. Hello, Nora. Yeah. The story of my life, always ignored by the women. This is not looking good.
No, not at all. Well, they're going to bring Under on. I didn't really see what he'd done. I just seen him pull up, and he looks in some discomfort.
Almost like he kicked the ground. You know, one of those where your studs get caught in the ground.
Yeah. It's not good. But again, you know, it's another injury, and it's mental how the season's turning out, mate. It's unbelievable, really. But like we said, it's happening to most Premier League teams, to be honest. Unfortunately,
it is. You know, we've had it from the get-go this season. They got the stretcher on.
Yeah.
God, I mean, it's just like you can see now in a way why oh my God, that looks bad.
Oh my God.
What are you on now? I'm on 49.32.
Oh, I'm ahead of you now.
Oh, are you?
I'm just at 49.42 now.
43, 44. Yeah, we're about the same now.
It don't look good that at all. He looks in a lot of pain with it.
No.
I hate to say it, mate, but that looks like he's probably out for the rest of the season. It's going to be another one, unfortunately.
Yes, it does. But it's a chance maybe for Under to...
Yeah.
Now, Lee, I mean,
exactly.
I know what you're getting at there, Lee. We haven't been the same since the physio left. But I would say that if it was just us, you can't blame... I don't think you can blame that on the physio because it was him literally getting stuck in the turf, I think, you know. But it's not just us. It's every team that's struggling, isn't it?
It is, mate. It is. And I guess it's just one of them things, but it seems to be... we've had... all our injuries have come to key players, you know, and I don't want to see anybody get injured. You know, it's shit whenever we do get an injury. But if you get a player that, like, I don't know, one of the sort of more squad players, so to speak, gets injured, then you can sort of get over it a bit more. But again, it's just another important player for us. It don't look good at all, that though. And it looks like he's going to be out for a very long time. If anything, it looked worse than Justin's, because Justin seemed to be able to walk his off, but for Barnes to go off, especially in a leg support like he has done, it don't look good at all.
I mean, Under's come on for Barnes, which he actually did midweek. He moved into that position when the subs were made, Not his natural position in the middle.
No, it's his chat. I mean, now it seems that he's hey up. Oh my God, 3-1. There you go. That's that.
Game over. Good night, sweetheart.
But again, it just goes to show that we've had to go for it, and they've caught us out on the counter, which they've got plenty of pace and just so stretched at the back there. But again, we've got to go for it.
I mean, what were the defenders doing? They almost walked it in.
Yeah. Just looking at it now.
Who's
look at Smith Rowe. How much space has Smith Rowe got there? And then my daughter could have put that in. Yeah. How much space he's got.
But where was the defending?
Just complete. I mean, you look at it there. Obviously, Tielemans has got to go over. That's fair enough. But there's 2 or 3 of them there queuing up just to stick the ball in there. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. And it's another sort.
I actually hope that we're going to get Julian Watts on afterwards, because I am going to need to talk about this defensive performance.
But that's the 3rd goal of that type we've conceded in the space of a week. Villa's came like that. The first Slavia Prague goal, that came like that, and then it's happened again. Nobody marking at all. It just seemed like a lot of ball watching.
I just can't believe that they actually, like I say, nobody picked him up. There was 2 players behind him.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, you look at it, our defence is all in a line, so it's not like they can say they couldn't see the visual blocks and they couldn't see anything. They're all in a line. They can see full well he's free and open.
I need a beeper. I really need a beeper. I'll tell you.
If we ever needed to score from a corner, it's now.
I've got more chance of scoring with Jennifer Aniston than that would ever happen, I tell you.
What are you doing? You coming to say hello?
Hello. No? Goodbye.
She's gone now.
She looked at that and she thought, I'm going.
Yeah. She's obviously, she ain't heard me shouting as much, so she obviously thought it's not going the way Dad wants, is it? So just poor mate. It's just such soft defending there, and
Latland here says scraping the barrel for positives. Yes, I think the positives went out the window when after Tielemans scored. I think that was as positive as it got.
It was that's the only it's the only positive, the only highlight you could take out of the game. I think Brad's right what he said at half time. It genuinely could be a bit of a stroll now for them, because at the end of the day they've got the important 3rd goal. They can knock the ball about as much as they want, really. And then we've got our press, and then they can just hit us on the counter attack like they have done there and keep scoring as much as they want.
I'm not sure who that is. Is this Jack? Jack. Peter from earlier. I don't know if that's you, Peter. Is it too late to change my prediction? Yes, mate. I'm getting no points in the prediction league, I tell you.
I think I've got Villa right last week. That's one I've got right so far. So I don't think you should ask me anymore, to be honest.
I actually did a table. I hadn't done a table all season, and I did a table, and I'm actually top of the table above the 3 ex-players. But not one of them got it right this year. It won't trouble me to update the table at all. I'm trying to remember a game, and I'm going way, way back, and it may have been Derby. I'm not sure. We lost the game quite heavily, 4-0, I think it was, or something. But I think we had about 2 players or 3 players even injured that had to come off before half time. It was a game when everything went wrong for us. And it's kind of what's happening here.
Yeah, I'm baffled, really. Like you say, it started so well, and then now it's just gone to complete. Excuse my language, just complete shit. You know what? It reminds me of, not as bad as that, because Arsenal are a better team, but it reminds me a bit of the Bournemouth game.
Sorry, mate. I don't know if you saw that move there. We just kicked it out of play. I mean, that just sums up our performance.
Yeah, sloppy passing. We're coming up to an hour nearly. Since half time, we've done nothing apart from obviously concede. Vardy had a decent run a few minutes ago, but
here we go, passing around the back again, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's poor, mate. There's just no urgency at the minute.
You can't blame injuries because every other team's in the same boat as us.
Yeah, you can't. You can't, mate. The team that we put out today, it's the strongest we can go with. I think it's still. I think that the players that we got starting the game had got more than enough in them to get a result out of today. But I don't know. It just seems at the minute when we concede. I know, yeah, and it's not really a place you want to go when you have got injuries, because it's always a tough game away to them and their style of play as well. It's like you say, it's not good for when you've got injuries. Definitely, I don't know. I don't know what to say after this.
Farting round the back again. Just kick the fucking ball into the box and try and get Iheanacho on the end. I mean, all this passing it around the back when we're 3-1 down.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move into my living room and go on the computer.
Right.
So I think I've gone a few seconds behind you, mate. Bear me 1 minute.
It's like the Tyson Fury walk into the ring. This.
Yeah.
If only
Right, bear me 1 minute.
Team behind this would be good.
Right, let me just load this up.
I ask the question, just put it out there to everybody. We've been bemoaning the fact that Vardy's not, been scoring, but we've had Maddison and we've had Barnes who have been, chipping in with their fair share. But now, of course, both of those players are out and Vardy's not scoring. As Iheanacho, I haven't seen anything of him this game. We've not. Is he still on the pitch?
We've not, but I don't think that's for any fault of his own. I think he's just been completely bypassed every time.
Yeah, I'm not blaming him at all because, to be quite honest with you, not seen that much of Jamie Vardy either.
Yeah, it's just like now. Obviously, we've got to try to regain some sort of control of the game. But where do you check? I mean, now's the time. We've been calling out for Under to get a start, and he's going to obviously, with Barnes injured now, he's going to obviously see a lot more game time. So hopefully he might be able to pull some off for us today. But I'm not counting on it, to be honest.
At last, a decent move from Leicester. What are you on? I'm on 61-16.
Right. Have a quick look. 6.
Oh, we've lost Josh. Oh, we lost you then for a minute, Josh. I thought you'd decided you'd had enough.
Oh, no, don't worry. I think I'm literally about a second behind you now, mate, so it's not as bad.
That wasn't a bad move we just had then, but unfortunately, they're few and far between.
Yeah. I mean, we know what Arsenal defensively, they are there to be got at. I think Arteta's got them playing a lot better the last few months. Like I said, I think it's just consistency that's done them, really. But it'll be, if they are to win, this will be a massive result for them.
Yes, no, it definitely will. One which I don't think they were expecting.
No, not at all. And it's going to be even more of a bonus with them playing a sort of lesser starting 11, so to speak, really. They've rested players after, they had a decent result in the Europa League on Thursday, obviously going through. So if they can get something here with the players that they started, then they're going to be laughing.
Oh, here we go. This is better from Leicester.
Yeah, loads better. Ooh. Better from Nacho there, though.
Yeah.
A lot better.
Unlucky. And you can't, I'm not blaming Nacho at all.
No, yeah.
It's just the whole team's performance. Again.
Yeah, again. And hang on. Sorry about that, mate. I think, last season when we had Maddison out, we managed a lot better than what I thought it would. But in games like this, sort of when you are chasing the game now, you're gonna miss him even more so. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not hitting the panic button just yet. Because it is, as I said, Arsenal, they're still a very good team. I know they're down in 11th, 10th, don't know where they'll be after today. But I just wanted to see a performance, but obviously at the minute we've not seen it at all.
No, we've got better the last sort of 5 minutes or so, but at the moment I'm thinking I'll take a draw now.
Yeah, definitely. We need to. We've got to gamble at some point, really. Arsenal keep the ball as much as they want now. They've, as far as they're concerned, it's job done.
Now then, Vard.
Come on, then.
Oh, ref.
Not give the foul there. No. I think we might have been clutching at straws with that one, Chris. To be honest with you. It looked like he was sort of on his way down before he got touched there.
Yeah, let's have a look. Yes.
Yeah,
yeah. Might give you that one, mate. Might give you that one.
It'd have been nice if he'd have gone for us, but no, he's gone down. He's gone down before he's even been touched there. But people talking about his Vardy losing, not losing it a bit because I don't think he is, but I think he's definitely lost a yard of pace. Because Prime Vardy ran onto that and stuck it away without question. But yeah, it's like you say, mate. The last five minutes, so it's better. I think Nacho's starting to get into the game a little bit more. It was a good pass from him to Vardy there, but look, look at their bench. Thomas Partey to come on, and the money they've spent on him they've got quality to come on, and obviously Aubameyang's going to come on at some point. It could get a bit ugly, this one, unfortunately.
I think you're right. I think it's going to be one of those games where not a bad day. Oh, yes. One of those games where everything goes wrong for us.
Yeah. Like I say, it sort of reminded me of the Bournemouth game last season when at the time, I know we were running up in that game at half time. You're thinking, yeah, we're going to get a decent result here. A place where Bournemouth we've never really gone and done that well. But yeah, it looks like it's sort of edging towards that sort of result, unfortunately. Unless we can, pull some out of his arse. But it's more hope than expectation at the minute. Well done, Albrighton there.
Yeah, we are playing. Is it play? Oh, again that final ball. It's almost like it's too little, too late.
Yeah. It. You wanted to see this sort of play after we've gone a goal up. Just take control of the game, be more composed, a bit more control of the ball, and it's obviously not gone that way. Has it?
No. I mean, just
well done, Cags. Hey up.
Are we? I mean, we've been called the Invisibles. People seem to sort of don't consider us sort of like a proper challenger as such.
Yeah,
we are kind of punching above our weight, aren't we?
Definitely, mate. Yeah, without doubt. I mean, I don't think our
performance like this then be that surprising.
Maybe I think it's more disappointing because we know we can perform a lot better than this. I think that's why I'm more disappointed than anything. But you say punching above his weight. I think had we not had the season we had last season, when we finished fifth, and for me it was a success. I know obviously we slipped out of the top four, but we were still, we were up there majority of the season. We were challenging. Had we not had the season that we'd had last season, I'd say, yeah, we definitely are punching above his weight. But I think it's more of a case of we know what we can do. On Honours Day, we can beat anybody. We know we can, and we've showed that this season. But the scary thing is, and it goes back to what you said a couple of weeks back.
I think Evans is coming off now.
Yeah, he is. Fuck's sake, another injury. Hopefully it's just a precautionary, that one.
I didn't see what happened there, to be honest with you.
No, I didn't either. It's going to be interesting to see the updates on Barnes and Evans after this game. And like I said, unfortunately with the Barnes one, it looks like he's going to be out for quite a long time. But when it goes against you, doesn't it, I guess?
It does. Blackland there would like to have seen the reaction from the players earlier, or that we are 2 down. Agreed. And he just added there, not another injury. Yeah, I think it is, unfortunately. It's...
You know what? I know, obviously we're losing, but I don't really think Arsenal, they've not really sort of got out of third gear, if I'm being honest.
No.
Really, you look at the goals. The first goal is just peeled away from Castagno. It's routine header, really. Second, obviously, the blatant penalty, and then the third, it just completely caught us on the counter. I don't really think they ain't been outstanding. They've just done what they've had to do and took the chances, really. But again, so far the beating is with relative ease, and that's what's annoying. Just again, it's like you say with Casper's distribution. Sometimes it's terrible.
He's not any good at distribution. Like I said at the start, 50% are as much as likely to go out as they are. Just hit it up the centre.
Yeah, that's it. And
you're not messy with your kick. Oh, come on, you're not messy with your kicking, Casper or Ronaldo or anything like that. Just boot it up the centre. Don't try and hit a player because the chances are you're not going to.
Yeah, exactly. And you know full well, even like before he's even kicked the ball, you think it's either going to go out of play or go on. Oh, good block there.
You are behind.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. good effort there. Again, but it's not, is it Lachlan said, you just think, like, hopefully it's not too late, but it appears that
19
way.
19 minutes to go. We need 2.
See, Tielemans there. Bloody hell. I mean, in hindsight, it's a good tactical foul, isn't it? Because they could have broke away quite easily there, but
yeah.
Oh, it's hit Vardy, that has it. I thought it hit Mari, that one.
No, Tielemans has got booked.
Yeah.
You know, the way the game's going now, he'll do another silly foul and get sent off.
Yeah, that's it. And then you're without another important player, aren't you, unfortunately?
How are the women doing this season? Can we not borrow a couple of theirs?
I think they were doing. They were top of the championship or something, or they were up there. I know that.
Yeah, they were. They're looking good for promotion. They're also looking good to have a COVID party as well. Unfortunately, that was a little bit naughty of them.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yes. Ladies, it's not quite La Manga. All right, you got to sort of build up to that.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
Yes.
I remember that too well, to be honest.
Well, there was 2 La Mangas, wasn't there? Because there was the
you had the fire extinguisher with. Oh, it was Stan Collymore. Where was that? Will he let the fire extinguisher off?
Collymore with the fire extinguisher.
Then obviously you had
that was Dickoff and a couple of others with the allegedly with the women.
Who were it? With Dickoff, Frank Sinclair, and Keith Gillespie. That's a foul there on under, yeah.
Yes, might well have done. Yes, it could be those. Stefan Freund was allegedly involved, but then he got away with it. They said not.
If you I listened to a podcast called Under the Cosh on YouTube. It's with Big John Parkin, the ex-pro, another player play for Sunderland, Blackburn, Chris Brown, his name is, and they had Jerry Taggart on. And it's well worth a listen. It's really good. And it was saying Taggart was talking about that incident, and he said at the time, one of the women got Jamie Scowcroft and Ian Walker mixed up, and they meant to point out Ian Walker, but they pointed out Scowcroft, and apparently he didn't even go out that night.
Oh,
crazy!
Well, that's probably why it fell apart, you know.
Yeah.
Talking to Jerry Taggart, we hope to be having him on one of the shows coming up soon. So,
wicked, cool.
Watch this space. Problem with Jerry is obviously he's doing matches for lcfc.com the same time as we are. So
yeah,
15 minutes just coming up.
Now, I hate to say it, mate. I think it goes without saying that the game's gone for me, unfortunately.
You might be too old, Zaka. Get up, you woman. Let's not forget the 3-3 against Arsenal at Filbert Street that time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if we can summon the spirit of that night, then it would be great. But unfortunately, it seems a bit of a stretch.
Inacho to pop up in the 94th minute again and get a goal.
Yeah. I think you know what today, mate. I think whatever could go against us has gone against us. I've got no doubt at all. It's a definite penalty for them. The VAR incident, obviously, with the first penalty that didn't get given as a free kick, that went in our favour. But we've had handball given against us, which is again no complaints from me. We've had Barnes go off injured, Evans go off injured. It's whatever could go wrong has gone wrong today, unfortunately.
Yeah. Facebook user here wasn't going to drink today, but it's awfully early in the morning. You think this is water? You seriously think this is water? I'm on my second one, so. Should we get an Arsenal fan in? Should we get an Arsenal fan in?
Yeah, sound, yeah.
For a bit of fun?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I'm guessing he's an Arsenal fan. He's going, you guys, looks like you guys have lost. So EY official. Yeah, let's put the code there.
You know, with the United Chelsea game later, what are you hoping in that sort of game? In that game, what result? What result would you go for?
I think I'd like them to draw.
Ideally, yeah.
Yes.
Away again here, Willian. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if Willian pops up as well, because he's done nothing for them all season. And then it's like the David Luiz thing. It's you don't score for a couple of years, you come to Leicester, and it's sort of in case of sometimes, yeah, then go and have one.
Yeah. Oh, EY is a Chelsea fan.
All right, okay.
Do us a favour and draw with Man United later. Yeah, you got to say it's just Arsenal have deserved it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, definitely. We've not helped ourselves at all, and I mean, you just look at that. Then Iheanacho, he's dragging players back. Under gave away a sloppy pass before that. Aubameyang's warming up, so it can get worse.
It started so well.
It did, and
that's a song, isn't it? It started out so well.
I don't know. I can't remember that one. Might be a bit before my time. That one.
I tell you what, though, you probably won't remember it from my singing of it.
Under's been poor since he's come on. I'm sorry.
I haven't heard him mentioned, to be honest with you.
I mean,
here we go.
Oh God. Lovely ball. Well done, Amati. Well done. He gave the ball away a minute ago.
Sorry, EY, thanks for this comment. Hope you guys make the top 4, and I hope United come 6th. You need these points. Tell you what, I presume you're talking to Leicester there.
Oh my God, look at that.
Oh, and Marty just stuck his foot out there. Well done.
Well, yeah, I've just seen that. Again, though, the passing, just everybody stopped in the centre of the midfield. Then just literally just fucking looking at each other.
Yeah.
Go on, Vardy.
Oh yeah, crossing, nobody there.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
If anybody is watching, and thank you very much for watching and joining in. Don't forget to give us a subscribe on YouTube, Leicester Till I Die TV. Give that little subscribe button a click, and I don't think this one will be going up as a podcast, to be honest with you. I don't think it'll be sitting there for 2 hours listening to this again.
Oh dear.
That would be a true fan.
Yeah, you've got to sit through this again. It's just genuinely been a stroll for these. It really has. Yeah. They've not looked like they've had to really exert themselves. They picked again. They picked us off. They are picking us off on the counter at the minute.
Yeah. I'm worried for next week, to be honest with you.
Who have we got? So we've got Burnley coming up. Who have we got after that? I can't remember. Brighton. Yeah, see, that's going to be tricky. Again,
two teams that, in fairness, need the points.
Yeah. I mean, we know, like I said, we know how Burnley are going to play. But Brighton are a team that, again, they don't really give you much time on the ball. So hopefully we'd have learnt from this today.
Yeah. Thank you, EY. Thank you for your sub there. You'll have to EY. You'll have to come on when we played. We've got Chelsea coming up again soon, so you'll have to come on if we do the Chelsea game, mate. Would be good to have you on. I'm sure you'll let us know what the EY stands for.
You just think
9 minutes.
I don't know. Maybe I'm. Again, I always get like this when we lose, and it looks like we're going to lose today, unfortunately. But I'll feel sound in a couple of hours. But you just hope that you just hope there's the next couple of games we need to put a performance in definitely. And
Ricardo there comes running out, just seeing the replay, hands behind his back.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think maybe we could kind of maybe put handcuffs on Ndidi behind his back?
Well, I know Brad said it half time that Ndidi's done that a couple of times. If I remember rightly, he did it against Everton last season at their place, and he had his hand up in the air. Or it might have been the season before, I can't remember. But again, there's no way I'd ever knock Wilf. He's one of our most vital players, but it's just things like that where it's just stupid, really. You run the risk, and again, like I said earlier, with VAR, you're never going to get away with that. Never.
Aubameyang's coming on now. That's just what we need.
Good, isn't it?
Oh God.
Mate, the passing is just completely gone. It's gone to pot. It really has.
I mean, the season's far from over.
Mm-hmm.
It is far from over. Trying to stay positive. You could say maybe Burnley and Brighton are good teams to be playing because they're not. No disrespect to them, they're not a Man City. But like I say, I might be okay. Let me ask you this, Josh. Let me ask you this: Am I being unfair in criticising the performance when we've got the players out that we've got out?
I don't think you are. I think the players that have come in have obviously got to prove a point now, especially, as I say, I go back to Under now. We're going to see a lot more of him with Barnes being out, even if it means him coming off the bench a lot more, whether we start Albrighton over Under now. I don't think you're being unfair at all, because at the end of the day, the professional footballers, so you'd like to think, they train all week. Tactically, tactic-wise today, we don't really look like we've not really had a clue, to be honest. No, I don't think you're being unfair. The thing is, when we're winning, we praise them. So when we ain't playing as well, it's only right that you have to go in on them a bit, definitely.
Yeah, we're football fans, aren't we? We do well. We expect more straight away. Yeah, it probably would be for a preview, mate. Well, keep in touch with me. Keep in touch with me. Let me put I'll put the Twitter in here as well, and then give us a follow, and I'll follow you back.
They've just wanted it so much more than we have today. First to every step.
Sorry, I'm.
Look at that! I've just literally seen what you've seen there.
I'm just getting frustrated. No wonder I've got no fucking hair.
I think the thing is as well.
I grew up in the 70s, right? I was a 70s child, and I can't listen to most of the music because most of them are in jail at the moment. But I grew up with apple shoes, flares, kipper ties, big collars on the shirts, and I had hair. I had hair down to my shoulders in those days. It was so sick, and 40 odd years of following Leicester, 50 years of following Leicester. That's what it does to you. You go from from a German helmet, which was it was like that, plenty of it, and we end up with this.
Yeah. Like as I said to you the other night, at least we're not a boring team. We're either we're either down there, we're down there struggling, or we're up there challenging. You know, the only time I could think of really where we were consistent, you know, mid-table, like some Martin O'Neill. But yeah, we're not a boring club to support. There always seems to be something to say, something going on, for better for worse most of the time.
Tell you what, Leicester are like the prostitutes of the division. We're up and down that much.
Yeah, that's it. And the thing is, I mean, I'm disappointed. I'm not. The result's the result. Arsenal have been better than us today, but I'm so disappointed with the performance, and the passing's been off. For me, a result like this doesn't really derail the season. Again, as I said, I've said it a few times this stream. Arsenal, they're a good side. So I don't think a result like this is going to put a massive downer on things. It's just how we bounce back on Wednesday, because Burnley now it's a big game for us. You know, if we still want to keep that gap between us and, you know, 4th, 5th, 6th place, you look at that now and you think, yeah, it is sort of a must win if we are to want to keep us place in the top 4.
Just looking now, yeah, we've got Burnley. These are all on Sky coming up. Burnley on Wednesday, Brighton on Saturday, Sheffield United the following Sunday. And
tricky games, mate.
With these performances, though, can you see, you know, I don't know where the points are going to come from.
No, you just sort of got to hope that, I mean, to be honest with you, against Burnley, I'd take a scrappy performance just as long as we win, because then you go into the next game and you think, well, you know, it breeds confidence. But I don't think going out of Europe, you could say we're sort of suffering a bit of a hangover today from that. It's even just little things like the passing has been so bad. It's been so bad.
Can you blame Brendan for today at all? I mean, his hands were kind of tied with, you know, the players that were available to him.
For me, no, I don't think Brendan could take any of the blame today. He's put out his strongest team that he could. He could put out. He didn't really have a choice, I suppose, but to play Nacho. He's given Nacho his chance. Iheanacho hasn't been bad, but again, we're just not seeing a lot of him because, fucking hell, we just sort of bypassed him enough.
Tell you what, EY, we don't need Madison. We need a miracle.
I think he's right though. You know what? It goes without saying, and everybody knows how good Madison is. We've really missed him today. We really have, and it does go without saying. I mean, it's a soft foul there, but he's not even looking at the ball.
I just noticed then I still got the score as Leicester 1, Arsenal 2. I couldn't be bothered to put the third goal.
You know what? You know what? The funny thing is though, I watch on Mark Goldbridge. I watch a lot of his watch-alongs and stuff when he's obviously a United fan. And it's funny, when your team's winning, you can't wait to change the score. But you know, when we're losing, it's like, fuck, you completely forget about it.
Yeah, it was there. I've got a moderation alert in the group, which is not really a surprise.
What if you had to pick positives today? What could you pick? Being honest, I know we're gonna be.
Sorry,
we're going to be. Yeah, we're going to be clutching at straws, picking out positives. But if you had to pick, let's say, if you had to pick 3 positives, what would you go? What would you go for?
Well, I was thinking Alan Benny, who does my match stats. How the hell he's going to be able to pick a man of the match there? God knows. I'm really struggling to find a positive. I really, really am. You know, we defended badly, we've passed badly, we've not got the ball to the strikers, and I can't really blame Vardy and Inacho. We've not got the ball to them. The positive will be in about 6 minutes when the final whistle goes.
Yeah, I'd say for me, the positives are the Tielemans goal. It was a good finish.
Oh yes, yeah.
That Amarty's come on and he's done all right. That's another slight positive, I suppose. And like you say, other than that, like I said earlier, the only other positive I could take is that it's a Sunday game and it don't ruin your weekend when we get beat, does it? You know, you're not stewing on it. You're not stewing on it for an extra day.
When that is the best positive you can get, is that you only got a short part of your weekend's going to be ruined.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, negatives wise, you'd need to probably have another 2 or 3 hour show for that, because it's just been really bad.
I mean, to be honest with you, it's one of those games, and I'm actually sat here thinking, God, I've got another 7 minutes of this to put up with.
Yeah.
It's like, just blow the whistle.
Yeah.
I'll score from this free kick now. You watch.
It'd be nice just to make it a bit more interesting, but again, a set pieces was so bad, bad. 9 times out of 10, they don't even make it over the first man.
Yeah, no, that was
the thing is
everything that I wasn't, I wanted performance. We just haven't got a performance.
No, and you know what I've noticed as well from set pieces is whether it's a corner or a free kick, nobody really seems to be on the toes. When we get a corner, it's just literally players standing in the box. Nobody really trying to get a run on the man and giving themselves a bit of an advantage for God willing, they do meet the ball with their head and gives them a bit more power to get behind it. We just too stand still. We really are at set pieces, and that's why we've only scored from them twice, 2 or 3 times this season, if that, and I think 2 of them have been short corners. So
yes, yeah. I'm just gonna. I think when I do the post-match show, I'm just gonna put Brad on and just let him rant for.
Yeah. I suppose another positive thing is it looks like it's only going to be 3.
How bad
I know
is that they've only got 3 against us.
And it's honestly, mate, I agree. It's laughable, really, but that's you've got to take what you can out of this, because after they got the second and how open we were, it could have been a lot worse. And I suppose our goal difference ain't going to look as bad as what it could have done.
No. The positive is it wasn't a 9-0.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You know what? I'll just be. I won't be happy with it, obviously, but I'll just score another one. Just give us something.
Yes.
Good ball.
They've got so many back, though.
Yeah, you know what? They've defended really well, to be honest. We'll say defended well. That we ain't really troubled them, have we? But
no.
Oh, is that a corner?
Yeah, corner.
But another thing is, and it seems like I'm just repeating myself, going back to set pieces and corners, but surely these. Surely these players know how bad we are at I suppose defending corners and how bad we are attacking corners. Surely something said in training and such, like as if to say, well, this is getting picked up on, especially by the media. You hear it on telly all the time. You see the graphics come up, the stats. So surely they'd sort of work on something else. Whether or not that's why I've been taking a lot more short corners in the last few games, I don't know. But I can't ever remember us being this bad defending and attacking corners.
I mean, under O'Neill, it was our strength.
Yeah, set pieces. Yeah, definitely.
Only 27 seconds to go, mate. Every cloud has a silver lining.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
It started, like you say, mate. It started so well, but after the goal, we deserve nothing. Deserve nothing from this, and we got what we were getting what we deserve. And after Thursday as well, that was the case. We didn't deserve anything from that.
Oh, the
Oh my God. That's it.
Guys, keep the faith.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was an experience, wasn't it? Not one we'll look back on fondly, but
experience. That is the word. It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
I woke up at 11:15. Maybe I should have stayed in bed.
I wish I could have done.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
look,
God.
At the end of the day, it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's one game. Yeah, let's just hope we've got to do it next week. I think if we lose the next two next week, or we don't get good points from the next three games, which I say Burnley, Brighton, and Sheffield United, then we're in trouble. Lee,
yeah.
I believe this is what Emma says most nights. No.
That's done me, that has.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Like that. We've just brought the table up now. The good news is we can't drop from third because we've got that gap. We can't drop from third. So that's even if Chelsea win, that tickled you, didn't it, mate?
The thing is, what done me was you said, oh, I think this is what Emma says most night, and then the comment come up, and that's what's done me. It's completely done me.
Harry Lineker, move over. You don't get this fun on Match of the Day or Sky Sports, do you?
That is so funny. That's done me. That's really cheered me up.
That's the highlight of the game.
Yeah, that's it. I think if you were to condense this into highlights of the stream, you'd have Tielemans' goal and then that bit at the
end. Josh, mate,
dear.
I'm going to go, and we are going to go and do. They've got the website and everything to do. Feel free if you're not going out or doing anything, pop on the post-match show in about 40 minutes.
Sound, mate. Okay, cheers, Chris. Enjoyed it, mate. It weren't the result we wanted, but it's been a laugh. It's been fun.
Yeah, and thanks to everybody that joined us. Thanks a lot, Josh. And I'll speak.
Nice one.
We've got to sort a new show. I tell you what, this is what Lee says to his wife, to Emma, every night. Lee, I'm just giving up, mate. You just playing.
You know what? That's going to play on my mind all day now. That's killed me.
I'll edit this bit out and send it to you, mate.
Absolutely done me. That's class.
The thing is, Lee knows I've known Emma many years, so I hope Emma won't take offence at it. But Anyway, mate, thanks for that. We'll have to do it again soon. I struggle with the Sky games because Sky, I can't get my Chromebooks, but I can BT. Sod's law. Thanks for this, mate. And we'll speak over the weekend in the next couple of days because we need to sort a new show for you. Now we're out of Europe.
Nice one, Chris. Cheers for having me, mate. I've enjoyed it, pal.
Yeah, thanks for a lot, mate. Cheers now.
Look after yourself, pal. Take it easy, mate.
Bye-bye. Well, that was it. Our first watch along. Instantly forgettable. Instantly forgettable. That performance was definitely that, wasn't it? Well, we're going to be back in about 40 minutes and we're going to be doing the post-match show. I hope Julian Watts can get on because I need to talk to him about the defending. How bad was it today? But this has been Leicester Till I Die. This has been the Watch-Along show. We'll see you 45 minutes for the post-match show. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. Thanks for watching. Let's do it again soon. Let's hope we can get a couple of wins next week. See you in 45 minutes. Take care. Bye-bye now.
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watch Along show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
Hello, Matt Elliott here. Be sure to watch Leicester Till I Die TV on YouTube and follow all their social media platforms for all the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Leicester Till I Die podcasts on the Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Anchor, and all podcast platforms.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.